Hey everyone! So, you're thinking about doing a European Solidarity Course project, huh? I'm here to give you the real, behind the scenes look at what your life is actually going to be like. These are the questions bouncing around in your head, right? Should I actually go? Is this whole thing really worth it? You know what I'm talking about. You start digging online and you see the same thing over and over again. These official promises that sound good but are, well, a little vague. Yeah, this one. I'm sure you've seen it 1,000 times. And look, it's not a lie. They do provide all that, but it doesn't really tell you anything, does it? It's like, okay, but what does accommodation provided actually look like?
Okay, let's get down to business. Your housing situation is pretty much going to be one of three things. Once you know these, everything gets a whole lot clearer.
But since the shared flat is what most of you will experience, we're going to really zero in on that one. You and maybe 3 or 4 other volunteers from all over the world, all living in one apartment. Now, you might get your own room or you might end up sharing, it really depends. But the kitchen, the bathroom, the living room, those are pretty much guaranteed to be shared spaces. The upside? You've got an instant group of friends. The downside? Yeah, you're gonna have to figure out who's doing the dishes. Okay, so that's the type of place. But what's it actually like day to day? What's waiting for you when you open that door for the very first time? And here's the good news. You are not starting from an empty box. Don't worry, you won't have to go buy a bunch of stuff. They'll have you covered with the basics. We're talking furniture, internet, a washing machine, and all the kitchen supplies you need to cook a decent meal. So you can just focus on getting settled, not on a trip to IKEA. And honestly, this phrase just nails it. Think of it like an international student house. It's not some quiet, pristine place. It's alive, it's social, it's a bit messy sometimes. It's basically a hub where you've got all these different cultures and languages bumping into each other in the kitchen. And you know what? That social side of things is a massive part of the whole adventure. All right, let's zoom out for a second. We've talked about the options, the setup, the vibe. So, what does this all really mean for you? What should you actually expect? This is not a luxury hotel. You're not on vacation. What it is a real, functional, and pretty cozy home base for your adventure. It's a place where you'll actually live. You'll cook, you'll hang out, you'll make friends. It's for your everyday life, not for a getaway. So now you've got a pretty good idea about where you'll be sleeping. If your housing is covered, what about everything else? What about food? And what about money? Well, don't worry. That's exactly what we're breaking down in the very next explainer. You're not going to want to miss it.